Have you ever found yourself needing to repeat the same answers to the same questions over and over and over? Or maybe there are people that you're trying to help, but they simply can't afford your service. Or maybe you don't have enough time to help more people out. Well, in this video, we're talking about how you can scale your business by producing a course where you create it once and sell it many times. Some of the most successful businesses have been doing this for years, and there's no reason you shouldn't be doing it yourself. In fact, you should.
Welcome to Growth Amplifiers, where we showcase the best tips, resources, and tools to amplify and scale your business.
Producing a course is about providing more value to those you serve. This can help some of your prospects learn more about the value that you provide and increase the likelihood of them becoming customers. You can give the course or the small offer away, or you can sell it for a small fee as a tripwire offer, anywhere from $5 to $50 to help people learn the basics and get them primed for taking the next step. And some people have even built their whole business around creating courses. But if that's not you, don't feel like you have to do that. You can create a course and use it as a way to scale without having to be a course creator. You can use a course or a small offer as a way to scale your business without having to become a course creator. So you can create a course, but you don't have to change your whole business model to do that. Now, there are some mistakes that you'd want to avoid that can cost you time and money, and we're going to talk about those and some of the solutions to resolve them. The first mistake is to overthink this. I can't tell you how many different advisors and coaches I've talked to that have been talking about their course for years. They've been thinking about it. They've mapped it out. They've tried to put it together. They've hired people, and it's like a slippery slope. It keeps on changing, and they're overthinking it. They don't know what they should charge, what they should put in there, and they're not making the traction. They're not making the progress. So how do you get over that? You just get started. You get started. And I've got a saying that I'll share with my clients is progress beats perfection. It's better to get started, make something that's maybe not the greatest in the world, but it's there. And then you can come back and do a version 2 and then make it better over time. However, if you never create the first version, you can never improve upon it. So just getting started. I like to work with my team. We focus on creating the MVP, the minimum viable product. So it is the simplest thing that we could put together that has value, will provide impact, that's easy for us to pull off. Let's focus on that first and then come back and see if we want to add to it, make it better, or if that's good enough. And maybe sometimes it's good enough. A lot of times, again, the overthinking makes you think it needs to have this and that, all this information. But in most cases, you can just give people basic information and basic guidance, make it really easy, and they're going to have better chance of going through it and getting the value from it than if you put too much into it. That's actually the second mistake, is overcomplicating it. Thinking you need to have everything in the kitchen sink in this training, in this product, in this offer. It can be very simple. A lot of your customers don't know the basics. They don't know the foundations. So just giving them a little bit of guidance, a little bit of direction, maybe a tool or an exercise or something to help them from being lost, to having direction can be very powerful. So the solution here is keep it simple. I'll tell you, the first course that I produced, being the overachiever that I am, I wanted to make it the best course that I could think of. So I pulled from materials that I had from all these books, from all these courses that I've put into, and I jammed it into an accelerator. And I'm like, I'm going to give everything that I can to help people just get the maximum value. And you know what I found? It had too much. It was overwhelming. People couldn't absorb all that. I put 10 years of material into a 6-week jumpstart course, and it was too much. But I learned, right? So I got started and I learned. So what I've learned now is you could just keep it really focused, keep it simple, make it easy, have a few objectives, and just keep it simple. Have a couple of trainings, a couple of things for people to do. And if they started here and you can take them there, that's progress. And mistake number 3 is thinking the course is a silver bullet. I see this mistake. Now, if you want to be a course creator and you want to build a business of being a course creator, that is a business model. There are some people out there, that's all they do is create courses, they sell courses, and you can make a lucrative business doing that. but you've got to focus on that. You got to have experience. You've got to market it. It's a completely different business model. If you're a service-based business or an advisor, don't think you're going to create a course and it's going to magically start selling. You can look at the numbers and say, oh, look, if I just sold these courses I created, people would just start buying it. I can make a lot of money. But the reality is, unless you're marketing it, there's not going to be a flood of people buying this course out of nowhere unless you have a huge audience. Then it's possible. But a lot of people don't have a huge audience. So thinking you can create a course and it's just going to start selling off the shelves and you're just going to make a lot of money without having to do the work is just simply not how it works. A lot of times people will sell, you can create this course and make so much money, but what they don't tell you is you have to put a lot of money into advertising to get the amount of leads, to get the amount of business, to actually get the amount of revenue to really make a decent amount of money with it. And then after you've done that through time, you have a customer base, you can release other courses. So it can work, but it's a different business model. The solution here is to not think about this as your money maker necessarily. You can make money doing it. You can generate some revenue from some leads that may not have turned out to be a good fit for customers. You can use it as a way to move potential people who are on the fence to get them to take some action, build some momentum, and earn their business through time. But it's really an opportunity to systemize your approach and optimize it and use it as a tool, not as a cure-all. It's not a silver bullet. So it becomes a tool that you could use for different pieces and parts. Another way I've used courses myself is if I'm working with a new customer, rather than having to express everything one-to-one to teach them certain concepts or tools, I can give them a training or a course to help them learn the basics, and then they work with me to implement those ideas, to optimize them and make them better and better. So producing a course is a way you can maximize your time by creating it once, selling it many, or using it as a nurture tool and sharing with your prospects to engage them, or with your customers to help empower them. Whatever you choose to use it, know it's a tool and it can maximize your time and generate more revenue. Now, here's an example from a client. His name is Eric Liebenhagen. He's the founder of ProWise Financial. He's a certified Profit First professional, master level, and he's also the host of the Abundant OD podcast. And Eric works with optometrists. And so that is really his niche, that he wants to build a practice where he's helping optometrists. He really niches in because he knows that industry really well. However, he's putting out content. He has a podcast. He's attracting a lot of leads and opportunities that he's not going to take on as a service client. And rather than saying, sorry, I can't help you, I'm focused over here, we put together a Profit First Jumpstart course that people can invest in and learn the basics of Profit First and work with Eric on a fractional level to implement some of those basic steps. Rather than trying to be a full service client, which he's not looking to do, he created a program where he can create it once and sell it many times so he can help more people that may not be his ideal customer, but he could do it in a way that's not taking a lot of time because the majority of the program is recorded and systemized. Another example is Cindy Thomason, who is the author of Profit First for e-commerce sellers. Now, she's a certified Profit First professional master level as well, and she worked to create a series of webinars. So she realized that there were challenges happening in the e-commerce world due to some things changing with Amazon. And she can't help everyone out one-to-one, and she wanted to put together some education that can help her clients, but she also wanted to generate some revenue for the time and effort that she's putting into this work as well. So she created a webinar series where she created it once, captured it, and then gave that to her clients, and then turned it into a product where other people who are having those challenges could buy the series for a price. So that way, create it once, sell it many, and be of value to our clients. So those are some examples. So if you have thought about creating a course, but you haven't done it already, then consider getting started. It's a way to scale your business. If you've done it, but maybe you didn't quite get the result you're looking for, potentially work with someone who has experience who can help you avoid taking the scenic route and get a better result. Making sure it's aligned in your value ladder, making sure it's helping you achieve the bigger picture in your business, those are the things you want to pay attention to. I highly encourage you to take at least one step to productize your knowledge and expertise into a small course. It doesn't need to be complicated. You can keep it really simple. There's great tools out there that you can get it done, and it has so much benefits to it by providing more value to those you serve and saving your time. It's a no-brainer. Put this idea into action so you can amplify your business.
To show your support, take a moment to amplify this message by sharing it online. To connect with me or gain more business growth insights, visit www.growthamplifiers.com. Thank you for your support.